Hey, welcome back to Nostalgia Rips. Today we are here to add to our collection of 1989 Ken Griffey Jr.'s with this box of 1989 Donruss Baseball's Best. You don't see these every day, and certainly here where I am in Europe, these are extremely rare. So, somewhere in here is a first year Ken Griffey Jr. I don't know where it is, but we're going to find it. Let's pop these packs and see where the kid is. Here we go. First time out of the box since 1989. All right. We're going to go top to bottom, left to right. We got the Warren Spahn. We got a whole set of the Warren Spahn. Bunch of the Warren Spahn puzzle pieces here. Okay. Hang on to those. Here we go. Top to bottom, left to right. We're going to start with the Don Mattingly pack. Trying not to damage any of the corners. Here we go. All right, the Mattingly pack has, of course, Don Mattingly, Glavine, Blyleven, Dawson, Pete O'Brien, Eric Davis, Brett, Glenn Davis, Ellis Burks, Gibson, Fisk, Galarraga, Trammell, Gooden, Molitor, hey, McDowell, that's for the PC, Drabek, Herbeck, Drabek and Herbeck back to back, Coleman, Steve Sachs, Robbie Alomar rookie, Carney Lansford, Will the Thrill, Alvin Davis, Thigpen, Sandberg, Devon White, Greenwell, Dale Murphy, should be Hall of Famer, Ballard, Gruber, Julio Franco, Bonilla, Wallach, Whitaker, Howell, Greg Maddux, great one, Doran, Tartable, Strawberry, Darling, Gwynn, another good one, McGuire, now we're on a roll, Ozzie, Van Slyke, Behringer, Von Hayes, Fernandez, Eric Blunk, Riles, Harold Reynolds, Andy Hawkins, Robin Yount, Danny Jackson, Nolan Ryan just traded to the Rangers, if I'm not wrong, correct, and Joe Carter. A lot of stars in here, but I guess this is kind of a set about baseball's best, so we're going to see a few. All right, individual pack number 2. Canseco on the front. Jody Davis. Lance Parrish. Mitchie Poo. Brooke Jacoby. Browning. Stillwell. Ramirez. The Rocket, Roger Clemens. Sosha. Gallagher. Langston. Chet Lemon. Kevin McReynolds. Rob Deere. Tommy Herr. Bonds. Nice looking card. Viola. Pedro Guerrero. Righetti. Bruce Hurst. Ricky. Robbie Thompson. A big unit in his first season. Baines, he's in the Hall. Somehow. Schiraldi. McCaskill. Lee Smith, he's in the Hall. Smoltz, young John Smoltz. Tettleton. Jimmy Key. Palmero. Sid Bream. Dennis Martinez. Frank Tanana. Eddie Murray. Dunston. Scott. Saberhagen. Cone. Elster. Jack Clark. Stewart. All right, where's Griffey? Come on, Okendo. Jose Lind. Gaetti. Ricky Jordan, rookie for the Phils. McGriff, I think a rookie. Yeah, first year McGriff, that's cool. Didn't catch him in any other 89 update sets. Don Slaught. Jose Uribe. Jeff Leonard. Lee Guterman. Chris Bosio. Barry Larkin. Ruben Sierra. And Greg Swindell. All right, we are a little less than, third of the way done. On to the third pack with the Sheffield XRC on the front. Let's try not to damage it or any other card in this pack because Griffey could be in here. Here we go. We got the Sheffield XRC. Looks like he's trying to lay down a bunt. We got Lonnie Smith, Chili Davis, Damon Berryhill, Candiotti, Cal Daniels, Kubica, DeShays, Dwight Evans, Morgan, Pasqua, Bryn Smith, Doyle Alexander, Hojo, Chuck Grimm, Darren Dalton. That's a great one for the PC. Jeff Robinson, Kirby Puckett, Gone Too Soon, Joe McGrain, Jesse Barfield, Mark Davis, Eckersley, that's a Hall of Famer, Kruko, Buhner, Guillen, Rick Sutcliffe, Wally Joyner, quite a good career in the 80s and 90s, often overlooked. Boggs, he's a Hall of Famer. Treadway, Ripken, we know how good he was. Steve, Incaviglia, Bob Walk, Santavania, Mike Heath, Willie Randolph, I could do this all day. Paul Kilgus, Billy Hatcher, Steve Farr, Jeffries XRC, Randy Myers, Gary Templeton, Walt Weiss, Pendleton, Smiley, Gagne, Dykstra, Liriano, Espinoza, Ruschel. Getting a little messy. Vizquel, Clay Parker, Plesac, John Franco, Scott Fletcher, and Corey Snyder. All right, let's make a little space here for the rest of these cards. Gonna get tight. All right, the Bo pack. Already starting off strong with Bo Jackson on the front. Here we go. The Bo pack. The aforementioned Bo Jackson. Sadly, a little dinged up because he's on the front. Tommy Gregg. Jimmy Abbott. Jerome Walton. Doug Jones. Benzinger. Frank White. BGO, that's cool. Dobson. Alfredo Griffin. Melito Perez. Timmy Burke. Matt Noakes. Gary Carter, he's in the hall. Teddy Higuera. Kenny Howell. Quinones. Backman. Brunansky. Balboni. Wynn. Dave Henderson. Don Robinson. There he is. Ken Griffey Jr. All right, let's have a look. Slightly off to the right. Top to bottom looks pretty decent. And on this side, the same. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to sleeve him up because that's one for the PC. It's not perfect, so maybe I'll try and pick up another set of these to see if I can grab one that's gradable. Now I know it's in the Bo pack. And it's going right up there. Actually, we'll put it with the Donruss, because that's where it goes. All right. Let's zip through the rest of these, see if we see anybody interesting. We got, who do we got? Keith Hernandez. He's a Hall of Very Good player. He's going over here. Who else? Milt Thompson. Randy Reddy for the Phillies. McCullers Sr. Surhoff. Sabo. That's an early Sabo. That's cool. All right. Hershiser pack. All right, Hershiser definitely going down there. Lilliquist, McClendon, Fermin, O'Neill, Lieberman with that funky delivery. Eric King, Henneman, Juan Samuel, former Philly. John Crucky going to the PC. Reardon. Kittle. Schofield, good little career. Kevin Brown, it's a decent one. Reigns. Caminiti. Who else? Steve Jeltz. Steve Jeltz was not traded to the Phillies and was not a very good player. So how he ended up in the baseball's best set must just be, I mean, 89 Phillies were a dumpster fire, so I guess that's how he ended up there. But that is rough to have Steve Jeltz be one of your best. Bobby Witt Sr. All right, last one. Here we go. Kevin Mitchell on the front. Quite a good player in his own right during this time period. All right, let's see. Kevin Mitchell. Tom Gordon, Flash Gordon, quite a good prospect. Didn't really pan out, but he was really hot in this set. Got Jeff Parrott for the Phillies collection. We got Eisenreich. We got Petrali, Honeycutt, Foley, Kenny Rogers, Brian Harvey, Billy Ripken. Better have a look at the bottom of his bat. Anything on there? Oh, looks like no. Eric Hansen, Downing, Olson, coming to the end now. Sosa, okay. First time I've seen Sosa in an 89 update set. That for sure is a very early card. That's awesome. Gene Harris, Devereaux, Dennis Cook for the Phils, Boomer, Wells, Kurt Manwaring, Jim Presley, another checklist, Finley, Rob Dibble, Cecil Espy, and Dave Parker. All right, there you have it. We picked up this guy, 89 Donruss, Griffey. That is quite a long video, so I will see you in the next one. Hopefully, we can add more to this collection.